what did you do that you think made your podcast work the way that it did? And then if you could do anything differently, if you like redid it, what would you do different?
Okay. First thing I did was shamelessly promote myself. Sorry. So, one thing I did was anybody I meet is like, oh yeah, I have a podcast. Here, let me look for it on your phone if you don't know how to find it. Do you know the podcast app on your phone? Here, let me find it for you. And then they listen to it and then boom, they love it. Another thing I did was join communities for podcasters all around Facebook, Slack, Twitter, everywhere possible that I could join a community for podcasters. I made sure to do that. I was also constantly developing myself. And I'm big on feedback. One of the main things that I do is crowdsourcing for my content. So it's like, hey, you listened to this. What did you like? What would you have love to hear differently? So that's something that has worked for me to make my audience feel like they're a part of my production and what it is that I'm doing. That is like the number one thing that has worked greatly for me. If there's anything that I could have done differently, it will be just staying consistent. There was a time I took a 6-month break just because I was tired. I forgot my why I decided to start podcasting. And I focused too much on the numbers and I'm like, oh, it's not doing as well as I thought it would. So instead of focusing on the why I was podcasting, I focused on numbers, and that just set me back because I was like, well, it's not working. I'm done. And I waited for a few months, and then people were like, are you okay? We haven't heard anything from you. And then boom, I came back and I tried my best to stay consistent, and that has worked greatly for me.